I finally built up my Cobalion for Ultra League. Hello trainers, Ganeto here, and today we're diving together on the Open Ultra and we're having Tapu Fini, Shadow Scizor and Cobalion on the same team. We're looking at a pretty strong all-around line that doesn't have a lot of weakness against the meta. I have the very safe switch of Cobalion and of course a very safe lead on Tapu Fini. We're gonna add up a little bit of spice, a little bit of off-meta if you like to say so, because we're having Shadow Scizor as our closer, and this Pokemon is pretty amazing. Not only it can beat down the ghost types but also has a very good matchup against darks, and of course it can resist the ice moves that some wall range might throw at you, so we're looking at a pretty solid Pokemon. My run through this video was not a 10-0, I will admit that, because I was having some lags, I was having some timeouts, and this team was really living up to its name, but some battles really took a long time that I had to edit out. So I dropped recently about 200 elo on Go Battle League. I was so close to veteran, now I'm really close to ace, but at this point I'm 2200 and I had to climb back, so this team really helped me gain some elo back, and we're looking at a pretty solid team around 2350 elo at this point that I'm talking on over this video. So we're having now the Giratina here on the next one, because I took all that introduction for the first battle, and we're having the Scizor on the switch. So Scizor is gonna be an amazing Pokemon, and as you can see here, those Night Slashes are gonna do most of its work. So Night Slash is connecting for super effective damage, while also give you the chance to get the boost and get out of hand with those attack boosts on your Scizor. At this point they can come in with that Drapion, which is a very bad lead for my Tapu Fini. However, Cobalion can definitely wall down this Pokemon, and they are staying in. So at this point I'm like, what do you have at the back? Can it be something like another Poison Dark? I don't think so, but even if it is, things can get out of the way with my Tapu Fini over that Pokemon. We need to take that final shield out of them, so I'm just gonna pressure so much on that almost CMP mark, and they're gonna fire off now their final move. Even if they have now something like a Skuntank or an Alola Mac, we're just gonna go in there with our two shields and the Tapu Fini for the win. So it is gonna be the Skuntank. We're still able, after the debuffs, to reach to the Sacred Sword against the Skuntank, and that's gonna be a great game, because now we just need the Surf and they have no shields at all. Into the next one now with the Swampert up on the lead, and we're looking at a pretty solid matchup for our Tapu Fini. However, the Earthquake can still hurt, so we have to be extremely careful. I'm just gonna go here for the early move for the Surf, because I know they will take it. If I go for the Moonblast and then for the Surf, perhaps they shield, but to be honest, I just want that Swampert out of the way as soon as possible, and I know I can spend here another Surf for that Swampert. However, they make an amazing catch on that wall rain, and I do the mistake here to go for the Stone Edge. I don't know why I did that. Most probably I could have gotten there to that Sacred Sword, and the Earthquake at this point will be blocked, but the cost is pretty high. They're gonna return with the Swampert, and at this point I'm pretty sure I can tank one Hydro Cannon with this, while I can safely go here for the Sacred Sword and survive those moves that they're gonna throw at me, while I'm gonna keep the shield for the end game. But because they shielded here, I was like, you know what, whatever there is at the back might be weak to my Cobalion here. Let's go straight for the Stone Edge. They are gonna block it, pretty cool block here by my enemy, and I just have to reach to that final move with my Tapu Fini now to finish off this Charizard. However, they can still get there to the move, and this is gonna be a Dragon Claw, which we can survive, and we can reach to the Surf for the overkill against the Charizard on a very close battle. And of course now the Swampert stands no chance at all. We were kinda lucky. For a moment I thought that even Dragon Claw could be fatal for my Tapu Fini, but of course we resisted by a lot, so we're just gonna survive here, and we're gonna take this victory with Scizor being healthier than Swampert. Into the next one, and we're having a very bad lead against Deoxys, because Deoxys not only can tank the hits but also can deliver super effective damage with a Thunderbolt. However, this Deoxys doesn't have Thunderbolt, so they go straight for the Rock Slide, and now they go out to the switch with the Shadow Drapion being a very nice and safe switch overall. They're gonna throw here the Sludge Bombs, and yeah, if you are that Drapion, don't do that, just go for the crunch. The debuffs with the crunch being resisted are still gonna do a lot of work even against a Pokemon like Cobalion, which is gonna do a lot of work defensively against Shadow Drapion. So Drapion here is gonna throw another move. This time it is gonna be the crunch, and of course they're gonna drop my defense, but at this point I don't care at all. I can safely farm down with my double kicks. Let's go now with a Sacred Sword, able to deliver fatal damage to that Deoxys. So they are gonna take the first one, actually block the first one, block the second, and at this point I can go in for the triple charge attack combo with the Surf to finish off Deoxys. What lies at the back, trainers? It is gonna be the Obstacle, and all I have to do now is to take the move, go for the Surf and finish them off. They go for the Obstruct. That can be pretty tricky. I cannot reach to that Sacred Sword. That was a mistake for sure, and now I go in with the 2 shields and the Dream with my Shadow Scizor. Can we get there to the Iron Head before they finish us off? I also predicted an Obstruct there, so let's go with the Iron Head. Not gonna block the first one, but the second has to be blocked, and at this point I'm just gonna commit to the farm down because I know they have their defense popped up, so I just have to farm down with my bullet punches. Giratina with Dragon Breath in the next one, and that is a pretty cool matchup for my Tapu Fini. Gonna stay in there. At the back there is gonna be a Venusaur, as they're trying to catch something like a Moonblast. I believe this is not gonna happen at all. I know better. Shadow Scizor is gonna go in, and we can definitely tank 2 of those moves. What I did here is kind of a mistake once again. I cannot get used to Ultra League at all, but anyways, we can reach here to the Iron Head. Down they go. I should have gotten to that Night Slash, to be honest, and now I have the Night Slash ready to go for that Giratina. It was a CMP, which means they have to throw, and I'm not gonna be able to reach for another one. Doesn't matter at all, we still did a nice chunk to the Giratina. We have the Moonblast able to deliver lethal damage to the Giratina, and now we can reach to the Surf and start pressuring this Escavalier, because Escavalier with the Drill Run and the counters can still do a lot of work against my Cobalion. However, here we have the upper hand. I'm just gonna block because I know I can pressure for that second shield of theirs, and they have to throw some energy if they want to take me out. They cannot farm down and definitely cannot outspeed me here, so I'm just gonna let that go through. Whatever it is, just a Drill Run, and then I will try to go for the Surf. At the last second I'm like, let's switch out. Sacred Sword can definitely charge up faster than them. We still have the shield, and that is gonna be a great game for my Cobalion team. Tapu Fini against Lapras here, and we're having kind of a weird matchup. That Scalbus can truly hurt us, so I'm just gonna go straight for the Moonblast. I know I can outspeed here, and that is looking kinda good for me. With the Moonblast here, we're just gonna take the shield out of them, and I just want to shield the Scalbus no matter what. However, they go for the bait and the Surf. Are you kidding me? Are they gonna go for double bait here? I don't know, but I will try to catch that Scalbus on my Cobalion. However, they go for the Surf. What a great play by this trainer. So now I'm just gonna keep stone edging this fire type Pokemon. I know they can just finish me off if they want to, so I will just let that go through. Down goes my Cobalion, and they are +1 on those incinerates, which means that one more cannot be taken at this point. I'm just gonna go here for that Surf, dealing a lot of damage to that Talonflame, and right now before they get to the Brave Bird, I am just gonna finish off the Talonflame and keep my shield alive. I am pretty sure here that even if that is gonna be a Scalbus, I can survive it, so I'm just gonna take it. It is gonna be though the Surf, and that is looking pretty solid for me, because now the Surfs are resisted. We can take that. At the back lies the Charizard. We have the Shadow Scizor. Is this looking good for anyone out there, trainers? Because I think we're having kinda the upper hand, since Shadow Scizor requires only 2 of those Night Slashes to finish off the Charizard, and let's see, trainers, here if that is gonna be enough to finish off the Charizard. Of course it is. No, it is not. Okay, I was not expecting that. What a plot twist I just made on myself, but it is gonna be just a Dragon Claw, so no Blast Burn at all, and we're gonna be able to grab this win, because Scizor might go down, but definitely stole all that spotlight out of Charizard, and of course now we can finish off with that final Moonblast against that Lapras. Against the next trainer now, and we're having the Giratina up on the lead. Once again, this time no Dragon Breath, just straight Shadow Claw, so we have to take note of that Shadow Force if they ever get there, but that was pretty early and they get to the Ancient Power. So Ancient Power can get really troublesome, especially after the boost, however no boost at all, and now I'm pretty sure I can take this move and try to farm down completely. I will switch out of course to Cobalion because I know they have some energy to spare here, and I can catch a move definitely in my Pokemon while charging up on some decent amount of energy. They respond with the Alolan Ninetales, and I was not on a very nice and clear mindset here because I know that my bullet punches are just gonna shred apart this Ninetales, so I just have to pressure here with my Cobalion with the second Stone Edge. Look at how much damage we just dealt, but still not enough to finish it off. Scizor comes in, and because I saw that first Ninetales, I was like, can there be another Charmer at the back? But it is not, just the Obstacle with the Obstruct, and we blocked the bad move here. Let's go now with the Iron Head, they're gonna take it. This is getting kinda tricky for us, and we have to go now for the Surf. I am expecting the Shield. Because they have lost the track of energy that I have here, so we can go for another Surf. They're gonna farm us down. This is looking kinda scary, but I have to take the first one because I know the second Night Slash can always be deadly if they take that boost. So gonna block here the second one. We will try to farm down. They come in with that Giratina, not gonna throw straight bullet punches for the victory, and that's gonna be a great game for both of us. But I think that this trainer really played it as much well they could. So into the next one now, and the switch, we're having another good switch with that Greedent. We're looking at a pretty solid one. So Cobalion at the back is looking pretty healthy, especially against those Dark Poisons and Greedent, which are gonna be used most of the times as safe switches. I really regret my time not making one Cobalion earlier, on the previous season at least, because with Sacred Sword it now does a lot of work against the meta, and of course Virizion is gonna be one other Pokemon that I really like with my team here. Of course we're having here now that Sacred Sword on the shield. They're gonna block, not gonna risk it at all, and I have to block once again. I will try to bait once again because I'm seeing them getting pretty scary with my moveset here. Let's go with the Sacred Sword. They're gonna block it, and we have the Stone Edge ready to go. However, they make the catch on that Shiftry, and I was pretty late on that. Doesn't matter at all. Gonna go in there now with my Scizor because I know I can survive one move while delivering all that lethal damage that I can with my Bullet Punch. Let's get there now to the Night Slash, able to do a nice chunk to the Talonflame before fainting, and at this point we already have the Surf ready to go to finish off that poor Talonflame and grab this victory for us. Semi-final match, trainers. Let's see what we got here. It is gonna be the Virizion, and of course we have to switch out to Cobalion. So Virizion is one of the core breakers, the best core breakers that exist for my line, because it has access to a unique moveset with Leaf Blade and Sacred Sword that can wall down every single Pokemon that I have on this team. So let's see how we can adapt to the situation here, because those Sacred Swords and the double kicks are adding up in damage. Let's go now here for that Sacred Sword. They are gonna block, but hopefully we can reach to one more before fainting, before we get farmed down. And now we have the shield and the Tapu Fini here. I'm just gonna go in with the Tapu Fini because I know I can survive one Leaf Blade, while my Scizor can be used as a closer most likely. Let's see what they have at the back. Just gonna switch out now to my Scizor. It is gonna be the Regirock, not looking that good. What could be at the back? I am expecting something like a Charizard. Not gonna lie, this was not looking pretty cool at the moment. Also, I'm missing the timing here, so look at how little amount of HP I have at this point after the Stone Edge. We can farm down, we have a lot of energy. What lies at the back? Here comes the Virizion. It all depends on the last Pokemon, trainers, and it is gonna be the Aurorus with the Iron Head from a Shadow Scizor to the Aurorus, and that's gonna be a fantastic game, trainers, for my team here, with Shadow Scizor delivering so much work against the enemy, and of course we're gonna grab this amazing victory. Final one, everyone, and we're having the Cobalion up on the lead. So Tapu Fini here is just gonna take those stone edges, and we just have to go for the surfs after a long amount of farm with my water guns. Surf here is gonna connect, no big damage on the Cobalion, they can still survive one more if they want to, and of course we can do exactly the same with the stone edges. I'm pretty sure I can survive those double kicks before they do any serious work against my Pokemon here, but I can still farm down because they took that surf, and that's looking pretty solid for me. I'm just gonna take that. At the back lies that Cofagrigus, and at this point I have the upper hand with my Night Slashes. Doesn't matter at all that they got a little bit too cocky there with those Shadow Claws, because now I can still do super effective damage with my Night Slashes and can definitely outspeed them. Just gonna stay in here just a little bit to take the first move. I'm pretty sure they're gonna go here for the Psychic Fangs, and of course now Cobalion can have the upper hand against Steelix, since now Cobalion not only is gonna do super effective with its double kicks, but also can resist everything other than Earthquake from the Steelix, and we're just gonna go for the double kicks and the Sacred Swords, of course, to finish off the Steelix as soon as possible. With the Steelix out of the way, I'm more than positive that my Scizor is gonna do a lot of work for the end game. So here comes the Stone Edge, they are gonna take it on the Cofagrigus, thinking they caught here. I'm just gonna block, and then I'm just gonna finish them off with those final Sacred Swords. So that's all, trainers. Thank you for watching, thank you for staying till the end. Just be sure to leave a huge like before you go, subscribe to the channel if you already haven't, and please consider joining as a member on my channel, because it really gives me more courage to continue on with these videos, and of course I can provide more useful PvP Pokemon Go content for you. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you all into the next one. Take care, trainers.